This week is a quick episode to help you stay focused as a reader. Let's get into it. Welcome to this week's episode of the Read Well podcast. My name is Eddy Hood, and I'm your host, where I believe it's more important to read well than to be well read. So grab your favorite book, open up your notes, and let's get ready to learn something fascinating. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of the Read Well podcast. It means a lot to me that you're here. I've given myself a goal to make a short episode this week just to see how it goes for you. Now, I'm going to give you a formula today that will help you focus more as you read, because I've been getting a lot of feedback from people who are saying, man, I love the show. I love the Facebook page, but I'm really struggling to read. I'm distracted. My kids are asking for help with things. I got to do the dishes or whatever it might be. And they feel like they're reading a page in their book and then going, oh, what did I just read? I don't know what I just read. So then they go back and they reread that page, and then they get to the bottom of it and again say, oh my gosh, I don't know what I just read. And this leads to a sense of frustration, to the point where they put the book down and they tell themselves, maybe I'm just not meant to be a good reader, or maybe I've forgotten how to read. This is something I could do as a child, but I don't know how to do this now. If you can relate to this, then this formula will help you stay focused. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see a picture of my cell phone here. I just have a little iPhone going, but you can do this with any phone or any timer. Now, I would like to make the argument that we're going to be building a habit of becoming not just a reader, but a focused reader. And in order to do that, I don't want you focused on your number of pages you're reading every day. What that does, if you're trying to hit a certain number of pages every day, although it is a nice goal to have and one that you can have later on once you become focused, for now, we're just trying to build the skill of mental agility here as you read through a book. That takes some training. And if you're trying to get to a page count by the end of the day, you're going to sort of rush through those pages and not really pay attention just to hit your mark, if that makes sense. We don't want to do that. We want you to be a good reader, to read well. So my argument is to instead spend a specific amount of time every day reading. Now, there is an author named James Clear. He wrote Atomic Habits. It's a fantastic book on how to build better life habits. His stance is that in order to build a new habit, you need to make it as easy as possible at first. So if you want to learn how to brush your teeth, for example, every day, instead of committing to flossing and brushing and doing mouthwash and everything else, instead just pick up your toothbrush each night and hold it for like 10 seconds. Just hold it and then set it down and go to bed. You don't even have to brush your teeth. Just pick the toothbrush up and hold it. His point is that sometimes starting a new habit is challenging just because of the act of starting. So if you can make the first step as simple as possible, then you will have become somebody who is in that space, doing that thing. So again, if you are picking up your toothbrush, you are now the kind of person that holds a toothbrush each night, and eventually you become, you go to the next step, which is to put it in your mouth, and then you start scrubbing and so on. It sounds simplistic, but it works, and we're going to do the same thing with your reading today. So what we're going to do is, for the first week, I'm going to challenge you to open up the timer on your phone and to go to just, you can scroll back and forth to how long you want to set this timer here. We're going to set it for 1 minute, and you're going to hit start, and you're going to begin reading. And every day you're going to read for 1 minute, and you're going to just try and stay focused for that time. Now, don't fight it. If your brain is really struggling with being busy and active, that's okay. It's going to take time for your brain to learn how to read again. Your job right now is to sit down for 1 minute and try to do your very best to pay attention to what you're reading. Now, at the end of the minute, you can go ahead and close your book and pat yourself on the back and know that you are now a reader. You have begun a reading habit that will support you daily, and you're trying to improve your focus as you do it. In 1 week, you're going to increase that from 1 minute a day to 2 minutes a day. And you're going to continue adding 1 minute every day. Now, this sounds like slow progress, but consider this. In 10 weeks, 2 months, you'll be reading deeply in focus for 10 minutes or more every day. By the end of the year, you'll have had 52 weeks, so you'll have amassed a progress of 52 minutes. That's my tip for you today. And if you do that, you'll be so much better off as a reader. You'll feel like you can accomplish even the most complicated books, and you're going to love it. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting the Read Well podcast. We'll see you guys next week. If you'd like to take your reading to the next level, then head on over to our website at thereadwellpodcast.com. There you can get access to my weekly newsletter as well as up-to-date show information. Also, don't forget that I learned software development on the side just so that I could build a program to help us make better book notes as we read. If you're interested, go to highlightish.com. Think of highlighting a book, but add ish, I-S-H, at the end. highlightish.com. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll see you on the next show.